What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Redefine Our Prime. My name's Chris.
I'm Ron.
And today we are going to do a Take 1 review for The Shining. Welcome to the Halloween edition that we're going to do over the next couple of weeks as we get ready for Halloween, dress up in costumes, be spooky. What are you going to be for Halloween? What are you going to be for Halloween?
I haven't decided yet.
So we have time.
So we have some time to do these reviews, yeah.
We'll find out what we're going to be for Halloween. So the first movie we're going to do is The Shining. And Ron, what a great movie to start with, right? So why don't you go ahead and jump into the plot?
Okay. Well, it follows a man named Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson, and he gets a job as a caretaker to the Overlook Hotel. It's up in the mountains. It gets snows every year, and it gets snowed in, so they need someone to run the heating and everything. And he thinks this will be a good opportunity to get some writing done. He's a former high school writing teacher, and he gets fired for a little incident he had due to alcoholism. And he brings his wife and his son, Danny, and his son has a little bit of a special ability where it's called shining. He can see spirits, past events, good, bad things, and it definitely comes in handy during this trip.
So they're actually going to make Dr. Sleep, which is a new movie coming out, which is going to be the sequel to The Shining, 20 years later after the original came out? So
20.
I know that you are the horror expert here at Redefine Our Prime, but I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about what my favorite parts are of the movie.
Sure.
So I love the hotel setting. If you think about it, just imagine, having this entire massive place to yourself, all the different things you can see, you can do. Obviously, unfortunately for this family, it's not fun. Right, I mean, you look behind us right now, you see these two little girls, right? This movie had so many little moments that just makes you scared, makes you nervous. You never know what could happen in a situation like that.
No, and speaking of the setting, I personally love hotel settings. I think any setting is creepy where it's usually filled with a lot of people and then it's just desolate. I mean, if you go to any empty arena, you get this feeling,
Why is it empty?
Yeah, I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania every year where the Battle of Gettysburg took place, and I got to admit, every time I go there, I get this feeling like some stuff went down here. And this hotel, there's just so much history implied. It implies a family of a former caretaker that got murdered. It implies some weird, strange sex rituals with that scene with the bear, the guy dressed up as a bear, It involves an old woman. Maybe she committed suicide or something, and she's that scene with room 237. I remember where I was during that scene. I was on my couch at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, whoa. The old lady, she comes alive. She starts off young, she comes alive, and she goes at Jack Nicholson. You could tell that the gold ballroom has so much history in it, where when Jack Nicholson first walks in, he's talking to the ghostly bartender, hi Lloyd.
Hi Lloyd. A little slow tonight, isn't it?
And they're having that conversation, and then the next time he goes in, it's full of people, and you just get this impression that this place used to be so full of life. And last but not least, with the past of the hotel, it definitely implies Native American genocide. They say that it used to be a Native American burial ground, and there's tons and tons of Native American decorations all over the place. So the hotel just has a history of violence.
Yep.
And this little boy has a connection to it, and he could see it all. And Jack Nicholson's character, he also has a connection where, has he been here before? Is he reincarnated? The ending kind of implies something like that. And the wife, Wendy, is just caught in the middle. Like, she has no connection to the place. She's just trying to be a good mother, and she's just,
So unfortunate.
Yeah.
So the thing I love about this movie too is that it's so well known, right? If you think about Ready Player One, for example, where they grabbed on it, they did a little play on it, where they go into that level, you have to go into The Shining, and I remember seeing that movie, being so excited with you that, wow, you're going back into this world you haven't seen in a while. Yes. It's just fantastic, great movie.
Yes, it's got old-fashioned horror, no jump scare. I mean, for example, just when Wendy finds Jack's writing project that he's been working on for the last few months, and it just says all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy over and over and over. Actually typed, because there are typos in it. If you watch it carefully, some poor crew member or multiple ones had to type all that up, which is awesome. I mean, that is true horror. And just red rum.
Stop it! Red rum! Give me
And so many moments in this movie that are just absolutely old-fashioned horror.
Here's Johnny.
And it's just so refreshing to see that. I think that like new millennial, people younger than that type people will find this movie like but I just think that type of horror is to an extent lost, and it's a shame because this is true horror. Every time you talk to people, oh, did you like that movie? They'll go, no, and they'll go, why? Nothing popped out. It wasn't scary. It's like
that's not horror.
No, it's not. And one last thing about the hotel. The hotel itself doesn't make sense spatially. They actually tried. This actually comes from a channel called Collative Learning. We'll put the link below. Great channel. I found this out through that channel. They tried to make a Doom level for the Overlook.
I remember that.
And the video game programmers couldn't do it because the space didn't make sense.
I think you sent me that one.
Yeah, and Stanley Kubrick did that on purpose because he wanted us to feel like the hotel was a maze, which related to the maze outside. Yep. So the hotel itself was, a labyrinth of its own, and you don't notice it, but you subliminally notice it. So that's just a fun fact about the hotel itself.
Yeah. So, Rowan, what would you rate The Shining 20 years later? What would you give it?
It's one of my favorite horror movies. So if you have not seen this movie and you're not a mindless teenager, I say watch it immediately.
Or even if you are a mindless teenager, you might find a mind. Go watch The Shining.
Please go find a mind, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done it already, please give it a like, hit subscribe. We can keep giving you more content like this. Comment below what you thought of The Shining. Let us know what some of your favorite Halloween movies are. We'd love to review them as we do a bunch of these Halloween videos leading up to the date itself, and then on the final day we'll post a video of me and Ron in our Halloween costumes.
Yes.
And if you can guess what we're gonna be, win a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, why not? Win a Redefine Our Prime t-shirt like this. This is all leading up to a grand finale. Next we'll be reviewing The Exorcist.
Yep.
And this will all lead up to our review of Hereditary, which I find to be the most the best horror movie of our time. Chris, on the other hand, has not seen it, and he doesn't like horror movies very much, so this will be something you'll want to see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. You're mean, making me watch Hereditary.
Here's Johnny.
I don't want to watch it.
You're gonna.